Okay. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Hi, Facebook, if you're there. Okay. All right. So it says we are live. Very cool. Okay. So hi, Facebook. How are you? I am Jocelyn Foy. I'm the executive director of the Woman Project, and I'm honored to be here with Emma Gauthier, who is a new board member to the Woman Project and our volunteer lobbyist. So we're taking this opportunity to do an introduction of ourselves, as well as finding ways to get people involved in actions around upcoming legislation to support abortion access in Rhode Island. So let's start from the top. With what's happening in Texas and Mississippi, state activists all over the country are finding different ways to really amp up their actions. And here in Rhode Island, we see it as imperative to get involved and do the work so that we can make access for all Rhode Islanders really real. So we have a chance to make this big impact this year, but it's going to take all of us. And if you see my eyes redirecting, it's because I'm reading, so bear with me. As many of you may have known or have interacted in the past before with her, Caroline Morgan, who has since moved to Arkansas to continue the fight there in that very red state, was doing Wednesdays with Caroline, and she was often a greeter. She was doing postcards and such. And so Emma is taking on the mantle, and she's now bringing this work to us, and we're going to try and work with all y'all's with your interests and your security around safety with COVID. And so we're trying to find new ways to do that. So let me pass it to you, Emma, to do a little introduction of yourself.
Hi, thank you so much, Jocelyn. I am so excited to be here with all of you. Thank you for joining us. My name is Emma Gauthier, and I am the new Women Project volunteer lobbyist. My background is in journalism, communications, and politics. You might have seen me around the State House over the last couple of years here and there. And I am really excited to join the Women Project as a board member as well. So a little bit about me. I joined this movement because I believe that reproductive health care is freedom. It's so much more than access to abortion. It's really the ability to plan for our futures, plan for our lives, and live our lives the way that we want. And I believe every single Rhode Islander should have the right to access necessary healthcare, and that's why I'm here fighting with you today. So we have a couple of different ways to get engaged and involved. Obviously, we hope to be in person again, but in the meantime, we're going to continue to create this awesome space that the Women Project does so well. And we're going to be holding these weekly gatherings online for now to help keep everyone informed, provide opportunities for action, and keep continuing to create that community of activism and support here. And I'm going to pass it to Jocelyn, who's going to talk a little bit more about the EACA.
Sure. So some of y'all might be hearing us say EACA. EA stands for the Equality in Abortion Coverage Act, EACA. But it's hard to talk about that bill without talking about why we're here. So the Woman Project and activists all over state and organizations as well came together and for 24 years fought to get a bill over the finish line called the Reproductive Privacy Act. And what that bill specifically did is, and does still, is protects the right to abortion and removed a policy barring private insurance coverage of abortion. But there are still laws currently on the books in the state that are denying health coverage for abortion for specifically state workers, as well as folks who use Medicaid, which, if you're not aware of what Medicaid is, it is a program specifically meant to ensure access to care for low-income folks. So this bill was introduced in 2020, and the Women Project was involved in bringing together the activists as well as bringing the bill sponsors forward and asking if they would do it. They graciously agreed. So we have Rep. Lana Kassar and we have Senator Bridget Valverde. And so they are reintroducing it this year, and so that's already in the works. It's already doing what it does behind the scenes. And so while we wait for the process that they go through in terms of getting that bill moving, we're immediately building plans around getting people involved in efforts to try and get the governor to introduce a budget that does not include these discriminatory denials, which is why we would like to have this bill in the budget. So we do have a proud history of working, I will say, on other issues in solidarity. Women Project is fully volunteer. And so as a result, we all are trying to do the best we can, and we focus specifically on this bill. But we do share information on ways that people can support efforts led by our partners related to reproductive, racial, and economic justice. So I do want to flag that because it's all under the umbrella as well. So Emma, let's get a little bit more specific about opportunities and ways folks can kind of dig in. Can you point out some things for me?
Absolutely. So yes, so we have a ton of different ways to get involved, based on your comfort level and what you're interested in too. So right now, our most urgent ask is we're currently asking people to make calls and send emails to Senate President Ruggiero, Speaker Shekarchi, and Governor McKee to show support and ask them to be leaders and do the right thing on this issue. We do have resources for you as well. So don't worry, we can help you through the whole thing. We're also relaunching our really successful postcarding program. It's a really easy and accessible way to reach people from home. We also have a letter to the editor toolkit so that you can reach out to your local newspapers. We also need folks to submit and provide verbal testimony. So we do have a video workshop we co-convened with the National Women's Law Center on how to write testimony that we can share with you. We'll also keep you informed when hearings are scheduled too. So that's a big part of these meetings going forward, is we'll let you know where to go, when to go, and what we're talking about. So we've also worked really hard to cultivate really strong relationships with health professionals throughout the state as well. And we will have specific opportunities there, as well as some work on local campuses, building off past organizing with college activists, professors. And if you're interested in doing some of that, please reach out to us. We're also sharing a link to a form on our Facebook and our Twitter for folks to sign up for the particular effort or efforts that they want to be involved in to help us share materials and support you so that you can make your voices heard, which is the biggest part. And so this really, all of this really hinges on you. So we really need you to help make this issue. We need you to help it be loud. We need you to really raise your voice and get involved, because we can't do this alone. So we'll use this forum every single week. So make sure that you mark your calendars. We're going to be doing 4 o'clock on Wednesdays going forward. So you can jump on our live stream. You can watch it there. We should have it, I believe we'll have it up later that you can watch at a different point if you can't make this time. I'm also going to be sending out a recap email as well with just the things that we've talked about throughout the week so that you can stay informed there too. And we always update our digital channels. So check our Instagram, check our Facebook, Twitter, all of that. We are here with you and for you, and we need you to be with us too. So thank you so much for joining us today too, and I'll let Jocelyn wrap it up.
Well, hey, we want to thank everybody again. I think it's awesome. Look, the power of the people was with us in 2019 when we passed the RPA, and we're going to need it again to get this bill through. I call it a ball up a hill, but bill through. And so we're going to definitely provide all sorts of fun ways to do it in our creative ways. And then we're going to have these more traditional ways too, because we're motivated to meet you where you are. And look, we're not stupid. We know that by putting this up on Facebook, that anyone can watch if they're in support of our cause or not. And so we recognize this as a way for the issue to stay out there and to be engaging, as well as to acknowledge that this is totally a issue around health equity. This is about supporting everyone getting to have the right to have what they think is best to do for them. Any side of the spectrum, we still just want anyone to choose what's best for them. So we are thrilled to have you with us in whatever way you can. We'll be sending those links out again, like Emma said, and we'll talk to you soon. We'll see you tomorrow. I'll just wrap up and say tomorrow is a little virtual press conference, little press event. And that's going to be, you're going to get to hear from the bill sponsors specifically. And we also have a medical practitioner who's going to be with us speaking, myself and one other. So we look forward to hearing from you. in upcoming conversations, and look for a form that we're sending out to get in there and get involved, and stay tuned. So thanks everybody, and we'll talk soon.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Bye-bye.